Hey up everyone, right, so back in the garage again working on the Insignia, and today I'm going to mess about with the intercooler. Hopefully not mess about. So I want to get this big alley front mounted intercooler on, that one down there. I get that on. I've had this made. My dad made this for me. So this is going to give me the ability to monitor the temperature of the air coming out of the compressor, the turbo. So that's going to fit that today. And then I 3D printed these, and just to explain what these are and what they do. On the front bumper, once this is mounted up, about like a third of it is blocked off by the number plate. So there's air at the bottom, air above, but yeah, about a third of that is all blocked off. So I'm going to pull off the number plate, relocate it down near this fog light, hopefully fabricate some half decent little brackets that look alright. And then this here is just plastic behind here. I'm going to drill. These are like a surround for a hole. I've made my own design. So I'm going to have 1, 2, 3. Obviously there'll be a hole in the centre, and then that'll be a nice surround for it, so it looks nice and neat. And then the idea is that will give me quite a lot of airflow to the front mount. So I've got a lot on. Full date garage. So I'm going to pull off the condenser. There's no gas in it because the air conditioning does not work. So pull off the condenser. I think these are coolant lines for the power steering pump. Get that out of the way. Take off the old intercooler, and then I've got to somehow quickly figure out a good, proper, long-lasting method to hold the intercooler. My dad's made me these aluminium bosses, let's call them for now. So these will go, I'm going to have to quickly learn how to alley weld. They push into there, so they convert the original Vauxhall hoses to 3-inch. So that means that I can reuse this standard charge pipe, and also on the front, which, sorry, the camera's not very good in the dark, just here, I'll show you later on, there's another hose. So that means that they're going to be really handy to convert from standard Vauxhall hoses to 3-inch. Nice and neat, looks proper. So I'm just going to take the camera off, do a load of work, and then I'll show you what I've done. Righty then. I have the old intercooler is off. It's nice and light. Decent piece of, seems to be in good condition. So this is, well, I can't measure it right now, but anyway, that's off. Give you a size comparison there. So the new intercooler is thicker, but not quite as long, and not quite as tall, but it should give me better cooling, I hope, especially now that it's going to be at the front and not behind the condenser. Maybe a pressure drop, time will tell. Well, I won't know because I can't measure a pressure drop, but I'm hoping that it'll be an improvement overall, especially in summer. So that is that. So I'll get that out of the way. So the really good news is that the condenser, which this camera does not like the dark, it's so annoying. So the condenser, which is where my finger is there, actually, so that clips onto the intercooler. Take the intercooler off, and the condenser clips straight onto the radiator, which is great. I don't know if it's meant to do that, but it fits on perfect. So the condenser is fine, all the pipes reach, the inlet pipe or outlet pipe, whatever, this pipe down here reaches, the connector reaches, the wiring connector reaches. I've bent this pipe, which is, I probably shouldn't have done that. I bent this pipe a little bit to get it out of the way, which I've almost flattened the corner there, the rad. But air conditioning didn't work anyway. I need to figure out what's going on with air conditioning. Anyway, so my next job now is to figure out location of the intercooler. This is the cooler for the power steering. I need to remount that because that is now loose. It was on the intercooler. So I need to figure out what I'm going to do with that. As you can see, well, those of you who've got these cars, there should be a big bumper bar that goes across here. I took it off, I cut it. So there's no bumper bar anymore. Instead, I'm going to weld on some stainless steel tube that's going to have two pieces go across the front of the car, and then off those two pieces it's going to come up, across and down, and hopefully hold the intercooler nice and strong, and I'll put in some supports. So that's the plan for holding the intercooler. And then the piping, these will push straight into there, and then I've just got to using aluminium, silicon, I've got to somehow get a pipe from here round to here. Let's just get the torch. There you go. I need to put a light on this camera. Yeah, so there you can see where my finger's pointing there. That's one of the brackets for the condenser where it fastens onto the radiator. And there's another bracket just there. So yeah, it fits. I'm really chuffed that, because I was worried I was going to have to make some mounts for the condenser, but anyway. So, camera off, do some planning, and then crack on, and then I'll show you what I've done. So I've got the intercooler mocked up, held on with some tie wraps. Oh, I forgot the light. So I'm just trying to simulate where it's going to be. Pipe there, that's nowhere near where it needs to be, because I need to figure that out. With the aluminium, white wires on that side, got to sort that out. But I want to now, I'm just going to refit the bumper, and then just see that everything fits nicely. And then I can start to fabricate some brackets. So the bumper's gone on perfect, no issues at all, straight on. And I can just show you again what I mean about airflow. So we've got bottom half of the intercooler's there, and then you look up here and you've got, you can't quite see it, you can just see the top of the intercooler. So you've got all this area here that is getting no direct airflow from the front of the car, which is why I'm going to put these oval holes in there. That's me science. Right, crack on. Right then, many hours later, we have the intercooler on. I have fabricated up this stainless steel pipe frame thingamajig, which holds the intercooler on nicely. So it's just sort of hovering and it's not touching anything, so that's good. So that is just a lot of stainless steel, some some flat bar and then some tube. Some of the welds are nice, some of them are awful, but it's just all practice, so I'm enjoying doing it. These here are really thin wall stainless pipe. They were an absolute nightmare to weld. So intercooler's on, done. Still need to come back and think about this. I mean, I'm running out of time today, so I might bodge that, but I could have done with, if I had a 3D printer, I'd have printed some brackets to hold that back in place. So 3D printers on the wish list. And then this is just cut some pipes, mocked them all up. I hate the blue, I wish they were black, but anyway. Silicone pipe going to aluminium, going to the adapter that I had made. So that all fits nice. It needs welding up, obviously. It needs welding and it needs some clamps. But you can see that it's quite nice. Quite nice. Quite good for airflow, we could say. So straight from the original pipe, to aluminium to the silicone, into the intercooler. One problem I do foresee is these do not have, they're not ribbed at the end. They don't have the, whatever it's called, the bead, is it the bead? I don't know what it's called. But you see that one there, so that's on. So once I get the aluminium welded up, put some hose clamps on, done. Bing bang bosh. So crack on with that now, and then I'll show you how I've got on with the welding. Right then. Done? Well, no, not done. I have welded up that pipe, and if you can see there on the screen, there's some weld there. This is the second one I did, so the weld's a bit better on that one. That's yeah, enjoy alley welding, it seems quite easy. So that's that pipe done, so you put some clamps on it. And then that one there, you can just see there, some weld not as good, but still alright. So that's that on there. Need to put some clamps on that, obviously. So now the other job is I want to fit this. So this is, just to explain, temperature sensor in some stainless tube. It's been machined, and I'm going to cut the screen on this camera. I'm going to the rubber hose that comes out of the turbo, which is hidden down there. I'm going to cut a section out, fit that in its place. That little sensor goes to one of these, and that'll give me a temperature reading. It'll give me the temperature of the air coming out of the turbo. It won't be a perfect reading because it's not an open sensor. So a proper air temperature sensor, it's an open element, whereas that's covered in brass. So it won't be perfect, but it'll be better than not, basically. It'll be a starting point. So I need to fit that, then take the intercooler off, clean everything, give it a rinse out, dry it, get all dust swath out of all the pipes, and then put it back together. And then that's done. Oh my god, it's snowing. Hey. Then what we've got to do then, try and fix this. Maybe do a bit of a bodge for now. I've just got to go back and the exhaust is rattling, so I need to go investigate the rattling the exhaust. But that's another story. And then the other job is to fit that. That's going to go onto there, so it looks a bit better. That should look good, shouldn't it? And then also, I keep forgetting, bloody hell, got loads to do. Loads to do is to drill the holes in the bumper and relocate the number plate. That's another big job. Right, anyway, let's crack on. That's the air temperature sensor mounted in there. I've used these Jubilee clips, but I don't like these style. I think they're a bit shit. But anyway, that's all done and dusted, so that can go back on the car. Give these a clean. Intercooler, give that a clean and then crack on. Right, many hours later again. It's now pitch black outside, it's very, very late. It is done. Right, clamps are on. All clamped up, all cleaned inside and out. You can see all the clamps are on down there, that's all done. The temperature sensor is all fitted down in there, that's all clamped back up. I have relocated the number plate and drilled the holes, so I'm just going to fit the bumper, see if I can record fitting the bumper, and then we're done. I'm going to take camera off. There we go. Number plate was a bit of a bodge job. I need to I just did some brackets that are going to rust. Yeah, I need to come back and do that number plate again, but it's done now, it's on, it's safe. And then the holes there. Not sure if they look good or bad, can't decide yet. But they're on. Oh, that's what I forgot to do. I was going to fit some mesh. Oh, I've got some mesh for the holes, and I've got some mesh for the fog light. Oh, definitely needs the mesh in it. But anyway, now that intercooler's not going to moan, is it? It's going to get all the air it needs now. Right. Signing off. Right, catch you later.